raise your hand. Who actually enjoys moving? I'm not talking about just going from one place to the other. I'm talking about the whole process. I'm talking about the planning, the packing, the finding out if you're going to keep something even though you haven't touched it in years. When you, really what you should do is just throw it away, but no, you're just going to take it to your next place. So, and also, on top of that, just getting used to the new surroundings. So once again, who actually enjoys moving? Yeah, I thought so. Well, you could argue that I started out my life enjoying moving because I was born 2 months early. And if you really want to freak out your parents, be born 2 months early. And due to the complications of being born 2 months early, I made my next move to the Children's Hospital of Dallas. I was only there for about a month, and then I was able to go home to my parents. And unlike my friends growing up who might have moved to a bigger house or a different city or different state, I stayed put for the next 18 years. And I was fine with that because I knew not only that house, but the area I was in like the back of my hand. But after 18 years, that gets kind of old. So I wanted to do something different for college. I wanted to get out. Not only get out of the city, I wanted to get out of Texas. So I decided to go to the University of Kansas. And as I referenced in my icebreaker speech, deciding to go to the University of Kansas was one of the best decisions ever made because I eventually met my wife. But in August 2012, it was weird because I had to go from my parents' house to a dorm. And the second I graduated high school in May, I had the fun experience of having my mom get on my case every day for the next few months, say how much I need to pack, how much I need to bring, and you know, make a itemized list of everything I'm taking from the house to the small little dorm. But we made it. We packed up a van, drove the 500 or so miles north, and made it to the dorm just fine. And at the start of my sophomore year, in August 2013, I upgraded to a 420 square foot on-campus apartment. But that nice little upgrade didn't last too long because at the start of the next semester in January, I decided to study abroad in Italy. It was at that point where I got pretty good at moving because I was told in Italy I was only able to bring one suitcase. So for the next semester, put everything in a suitcase, and that suitcase was going to last me the next few months, and also for any trip I decided to take all across Europe, and I took many trips. But I survived. It was a really great experience. So I was hoping to get some sort of normalcy after that. So I decided to move into an off-campus apartment at the start of my junior year in August of 2014. And I expected to be in that apartment from 2014 to when I was set to graduate in May of 2016. I wasn't there for as long as I expected because I ended up graduating a semester early. So I graduated in December of 2015. And after that, I got a job back in Dallas. But for some reason, when you graduate college and you're expected to go out in the real world, you find out that things are kind of expensive. So I decided to move back home with my parents and save some money. And as fun as the first 18 years of living there, while saving money was great, it's kind of strange going from being semi-independent in college to being back in your childhood home and having to actually listen to people and follow what they call rules that your parents might have. So at the start of the next year in January 2017, I got my first apartment. Not only because I just wanted to get out on my own for a little bit, but also I knew that later that summer, my then fiance would be moving to Dallas, and she was going to get a job. And she made the strange remark that she wants me to be able to live on my own and know how to pay bills and be an adult. And since I figured that, sure, that sounds like the smart thing to do, I'll do it. So I got a rinky-dink 600 square foot apartment on my own and learned how to keep myself alive for I think I was pretty successful in that. So then come July, my then fiance and I, we moved into a bigger and nicer apartment, and we loved it. But we're really itching to get back to Kansas City. A lot of our really good friends were there, so we made the decision to move to Overland Park in February 2019. But we then had to make that decision, the many decisions of what we're going to pack, how we're going to get from Dallas to Overland Park, find long-distance movers, hope that those long-distance movers make it from Dallas to Overland Park without breaking anything. But spoiler alert, they broke things, but that's okay. We are happy to be back in Overland Park. But after being in the apartment in Overland Park for a little bit, apartment living gets kind of old because there's only so many times you could take of hearing your neighbors brush their teeth twice a day. And I'm happy for their gum health, but for my ears, not so much. So we really wanted to set some roots down. So I'm happy to say a month ago, my wife and I purchased and moved in to our new house in Lenexa. Exciting moment for us, but once again, stress of moving. Once again, pack everything up, decide what we're going to keep, what we're going to toss, and then we decided to do what I learned was the Midwest thing and keep everything, just put it all in the basement. But once again, we had to find some movers, and we had to hope that those movers weren't going to break anything between Overland Park and 9 miles north to Lenexa. Don't worry, this time they didn't, except for a small dent in the dresser, but no one's complaining about that. The end result was that we were finally done moving, at least for the next few days. No, just kidding, we're still there. So in the last 7.5 years, I realized that I've lived in about 9 different places. So here's hoping in the next 7.5 years, I live in no more than 8 places. Thank you.
Thank you.